Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with a review for Greenleaf Season 3, Episode 6. So let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys. So remember, May was reviewing what the bishop had wrote for them to say to the church now that they have decided that they are going to get this divorce and announce it to the congregation. I just keep on giving Bishop the side eye. All of a sudden, he's so about it and with it now that, the wicked city woman says she's going to give him this fucking money. All that knee scraping, begging, and pleading, baby, please, I'm so sorry. That shit is over. Now Bishop is ready to get this show on the road. Okay, as much as I like Bishop, and I think that he's a good person deep down inside, I'm kind of waiting for him to bump his fucking head, and it just sort of gets on my nerves to see him smug, even though, we can't deny that Lady May probably got some shit coming. So anyway, she went over it, she softened the blow. Bishop is fine with it. She done already got a copy set up for him, large font. It was gonna be on the side of the chair, church on Sunday, I got you covered, baby. It's gonna be business as usual. Charity's gonna sing, and then they're gonna do the announcement, but May has no intention of leaving. Bishop wants her to go. She was like, I'm not leaving. We built this together. I sacrificed with you together. I should not be forced to leave now. And Bishop was like, no, you gonna get your ass on, because that's the way that it normally goes. Okay, this is my church, and you can't still be here if you're not first lady. I'm thinking to myself, like, Bishop, you don't know the deacons and the deaconesses, they want to get your ass up out of there too, give it to Grace, but I guess we can't talk about that right now, okay? As far as Bishop is concerned, Lady May got to get her ass on. She said, well, I'm gonna pray for you. Okay, but of course she says it in her way more dramatic and out of breath. And she be so mad at Bishop and out of breath. I said, child, you gonna have a fucking heart attack and you ain't gonna get nothing. Why Bishop make you this mad? Now, Lady May got all kind of problems, okay? She got a damn drug addict daughter who just can't get her life together, sleeping on the couch. Baby is crying. I mean, the help can hear the poor baby crying all the way down the hall in the laundromat with the door closed and the dryer going. Okay, the baby screaming at the top of his lungs, and honey, Charity is 2 sheets to the wind. Baby is knocked out on the couch. Lady May was like, are you on drugs? And she was like, oh, mama, I just took a pill. Okay, I need to get some fucking sleep around here. And Lady May was like, look, don't make me agree with Kevin. And she was like, what you mean? Okay, don't make me think that you are an unfit parent. Well, I don't even know if Kevin feels like, he don't know about this recent string of events. I don't even know if the man feels like she's an unfit parent. I think he just would like to be involved in this fucking child's life, okay? And this whole thing with Charity just, it don't feel natural. Like, it just seems like all of a sudden it's just really this horrible, it didn't grow to something so huge so quickly. But whatever. Get it together, Charity. We see Sophia, poor little Sophia in the bed, okay, depressed and upset about what has happened with her body. Zora comes in there, tries to apologize, and Sophia is just not wanting to hear it, okay? She don't want to hear no fucking apology, and definitely not from Zora, okay? So get your ass out, all right? Zora's like, well, damn. Yeah, Sophia ain't got time for Zora. Okay, Grace comes in there, tries to talk to her. She don't even want to talk to Grace either. Grace is very concerned about what's going on with her daughter, but she's got other things, cooking around her. Darius calls her and says, hey, have you got that money from Wicked City Woman yet for this defense fund? She says, no, why? What's going on? And he says, oh, so-and-so, who was it? Was that somebody that I should know, you guys? We rewound it a few times trying to listen to who the name was. I don't know if that name was important, but this woman killed her husband in his sleep and said that it was in self-defense. So now they're going to need to try to represent this woman. I guess maybe she went to the church. So now they need this money from Wicked City Woman, right? Speaking of Wicked City Woman, we see her go and talk to the bishop. He's all, come on in, Wicked City Woman. She's like, oh, look at that. I get an invitation again. Ain't that something? I guess I ain't the trollop that y'all used to think I was. Okay, and they go in there, and, Bishop just wants to know about this whole cryptocurrency, and are they going to be able to make enough money off of this to get this $2 million and maybe even have something left over? And you can't tell me that in the back of Bishop's mind, now that Lady May is going to take it on somewhere else, maybe he might be thinking about, like, whoa, it's been a long time since I done had some new skin. Maybe, maybe he can get up in between these two and live his best life for a minute, So He wants to know if he gonna get this money, and she's telling him yes, she can definitely help out. But as far as Darius and Grace are concerned, now they gotta, try to sweet talk Wicked City Woman to get this money. So they in a meeting together. Okay, she just as busy as can be at Calvary, ain't she? Now she in a meeting with them, and while Grace trying to tell her about the damn case, you know what? She can't be too concerned about that. Oh, Darius, tell me about this shirt you got on. Oh, it's so nice. And look at how it fit around the neck. And she just going on, and Grace is sitting there looking at her like, bitch, are you really trying to flirt with my man while we sitting here in this office? And I can see you. You still trying to sit up here and flirt with my man? Grace was like, Wicked City Woman Rochelle, do you want to see the case? Do you want to read it over, so you can decide about this money? Oh, girl, I don't need to read anything over, okay? If you say it's good, it's good, okay? Now, Darius, tell me about... I said, bitch, what you not gonna do is sit up here and blatantly try to get with my man in front of me. You obviously are trying to piss me off. But Grace, she keeps it under control. Damn it, she needs this money, right? So she don't say nothing. And then when they finish the conversation with her and, they go outside the office and Wicked City Woman is still giving Darius all of her attention. When she walked off and, went on down the hall to talk to somebody else at Calvary, Grace was like, that bitch trying to play me. Okay, she's pretty good. All right, but I got my good eye. I was like, ooh, Wicked City Woman is something else. Even Darius looked a little concerned, like he didn't know if he was going to be able to control himself around her ass. Jumping back over to Lady May. She's talking to the help. I shouldn't call them the help. I don't know what the lady name is, but she's trying to figure out if Charity is, off the damn couch. Charity's still out of it. And May was like, turn off the fucking electricity in her portion of the house, okay? Get her ass up. Don't make no damn sense, but she gotta go because Maxine is coming to visit. She's there and everybody's all excited. It's a real big celebrity in the church. May goes out and greets Maxine and everybody is standing around and they want pictures and autographs, and Maxine says, I'll do all of that, but first let me just talk with my girl May. While they walk into May's office, Bishop and Wicked City Woman meet them in the hallway. And Bishop, oh Maxine, it's so good to see you. How long has it been? Forever. They happy to see each other and everything, but May hustles Maxine off to the office so that they can talk. And now Bishop is wondering why Maxine is there. Doesn't take a genius to know though. Now May talks to Maxine, and Maxine wants to know exactly what's going on. Okay, Maxine knows her girl, knows May is under a lot of stress, and May tells her about Charity's newfound drug addiction and all of the stuff that happened with her ex-husband and the baby. Basically, Charity is falling apart. May don't know what to do. So Maxine says that she knows somebody that will come in and help. And May says, is she discreet? And she says, no, honey, but that's the beauty of this here doctor. And who y'all think the doctor should be? But Dr. Ayanla Van Zandt. She a doctor now. Child, she come in there. May tell Charity that she got some help for her. She comes in, hello, beloved. My name is Dr. Van Zandt. Okay, and she's there to help Charity. So Charity sits down with Dr. Van Zandt and she starts to tell her about growing up in that household and how she's just never felt loved, felt like her mother didn't love her. She just didn't want Charity to embarrass her. And, Dr. Van Zandt asked her, did you not want to embarrass your mom, or were you embarrassed by, some of the decisions that you made? Okay. She knows about, Kevin and, him being gay. Did you have any idea? Charity didn't have any idea. She says, none at all. None at all. Dr. Van Zandt feels like that's a big secret to hide. There had to have been some sort of sign, but Charity wasn't. Maybe she had blinders on because she said that Kevin made her feel safe. That was the first time that she actually felt safe. So we got to explore this whole, what's the feeling of safe that you felt with Kevin that you haven't felt with the rest of your family? Why, with all of the security and the big compound, or the state, I should say, not compound like it's a damn cult or something, but with all this that you have and you've been afforded and the influence of your family, why haven't you felt safe? Back at the house, it seems that the maid, while she trying to go in there and get Charity's life to fucking together, she sees Zora in her purse and took the damn cell phone out. You know, Zora like a crackhead. She trying to get to that damn Isaiah. And when the maid sees her, she's like, Zora, is that my phone? I said, Zora, girl, you just ain't gonna get right, are you? So, of course, the maid lets May know, and she's pissed. Okay, I told your ass no computer, no cell phone. You ain't be reaching out. You know, what the hell is wrong with you? Okay, Zora, I hate it here. She want to go. Okay, Lady May was like, no, you hate your damn self for keeping on wanting to talk to that boy who treats you the way, you know, the way that he does, who hits you. And you think you're going to be up in this house being disrespectful and all of that. And, you know, you just stupid. She don't call her stupid. But you know, that's just like, Lady May had to go off on her. It was just like, no, you need to get yourself together. You think you're going to be up in my house with all this foolishness. After that conversation, I guess Zora thinks about it, and then she goes and tells Lady May that she wants to use the phone. She wants to call her mother. Okay, you can do that. So she, right in front of Lady May, she says, she calls Karis and she says, I want to come home. Okay, because remember, Karis had told her that she's not a prisoner there and that she can come home anytime she wants to. And Karis was like, okay, I'll talk to your dad about it. Zora says, okay, and kind of just hands the phone back to May like, okay, I'm out of here. What is wrong with me? I got the hiccups. I'm out of here, shit. Karis goes and talks to Jacob. And again, I love when I see Jacob. Jacob has got on my nerves basically the whole time, or the last 2 seasons. But this season, I am 100% feeling Jacob as a father. At Jacob, she went in there, was like, Zora want to come home? He was like, no. Okay, she was like, I said that we would talk about it. He said, we did just talk about it, and I'm telling you, no, I'm putting my foot down. The girl is staying her ass over there because this is going to be what's best for her. Okay, I'm sure Karis would like to have her daughter home, but you know what? In this case, sometimes that my heart will want to, I will want to be a certain way with my kids, but I know that I'm being too soft, and my husband will step in and just be like, no, Roxanne, this is like, no. And it'd be those moments when you just got to just step back and just be like, okay, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it alone. And that's the situation that's going on with Karis and Jacob. So no, she ain't coming home. Now, let's jump back over to Sophia. Okay, the boyfriend visits, and, he's nice. He brings her a stuffed animal, and he's just trying to be there for Sophia. Sophia's going through some things right now, and understandably so. I don't think the boyfriend is prepared or equipped to deal with her emotions. He wants to pray. She don't want to pray. He said that's what helped him when he messed up his shoulder or something. He couldn't pitch no more. She was like, that don't have nothing to do with the shit that's going on with me right now. So she kind of lashes out at him, and he was just like, okay, you know what, I'm about to go because you about to start tripping. But like I said, it's just right now she just got a lot to work through, and it's just sort of, it's almost, she's been such the angel the whole time that it's strange. It's hard for me to even switch up and believe that she would be this way. Even though, I can understand that she would, but has it been like, was it weird for you to see her just be like, she just kind of had like this rage in her face that I wasn't ready for. And she was mad at him for calling her barren. She said that she's not barren, she's sterile. But, he still has hope that it might change in the future and all of that. But like I said, right now, let's just let Sophia, kind of work her things out. Even when she talks to Grace and she tells Grace, she makes it very clear that she's not going to preach at the Little Angels class on Sunday. She has really no intention to go back to church right now. She says it's a racket. She has no interest in trying to keep that racket going. She's just not doing it. And Grace is smart enough to not push right now. Now, we see May and the bishop. She lets Bishop know that Dr. Van Zandt has been talking to Charity, and, she would like to talk to them both, Bishop and Lady May, on Sunday before church at like 7 a.m. And Bishop says whatever he's got to do to help, Charity, fine. But he want to know, why is Maxine there? Lady May was like, what do you mean? Why is she here? That's my friend. Why wouldn't she be here? He was like, is she the one that brought Dr. Van Zandt, just bringing her here to help Charity? Or is it something else? And she was just like, you know what? Good night, James. Okay, like she ain't even got time to entertain the bishop with all of the shit that he got going on. And he was just like, well, let me just let you know that I know better. You do what you need to do, but you need to plan to say your goodbyes because you will be leaving. Bishop was like, I already got that pew set up for the Wicked City woman, Rochelle. She gonna be sitting right there. Well, shit. Actually, Lady May sits up on the up in the pulpit area, you know, up on the stage, I should say, with Bishop. So she ain't even down there on the pulpit like, you know, how we all grew up and First Lady was sitting right there just staring at her man. But he was like, take it from me. You gonna exit stage left and you gonna get on with your life. He ain't wavering on that. It's Sunday morning. Let's get through this meeting with Dr. Van Zant and Charity and Bishop. This whole scene really just... it just had my nerves on end. Listen, I have been to counseling, and you know, usually those counseling sessions, that very first session that you go to, that shit is explosive. You find out shit that you did not know was going on. Okay, your feelings be hella hurt. Okay, everybody be arguing and accusing and all of that. It takes a long time for everybody to kind of get to a point where they can listen to the other person. And sometimes it doesn't even happen, because a lot of times when people will go to counseling and they'll be so pissed from that first meeting that they don't even want to go no more. But see, when you hear people, and even Dr. Van Zant, when you hear people say that you got to do the work, this is what they mean. Like, you can't just give up on what has really pissed you off. You've got to actually be, you know, with it enough, committed enough to actually hear the shit about yourself that may be true, and they may be the most fucked up parts of you. You know, you have to be willing to sit there and listen to the good and the bad. And I'm telling you, a lot of bad comes out in counseling. A whole lot. I learned a lot about myself, about my husband, about, you know, my approach to life and the way that I was raised, and, you know, the things that I saw my parents do. And, you know, like, you learn so much, and at first it's overwhelming. But, you know, if you could just stick it out, and this is really just, I'm getting off track here, but I'm just feel like I need to say, like, to people out there, like, if you could just get past the hurdle of all of the hurt and everything, where you can get to some understanding and just kind of accept how people feel. It might not have been your intention, but that's how it turned out in the end. Then you can kind of move on past it. But like I said, it don't happen nowhere near, it don't happen right away. And it sometimes can take years, really, for things to work out. But with all that being said, that scene with Charity telling her parents that she's, you know, never felt safe, that she was scared, and May just really being so offended and feeling like she was blaming her. And Charity was not necessarily blaming May. She was just saying, I didn't feel safe. And we can kind of guess what she might have meant there. I mean, look what was going on. Faith was being molested. Grace almost got molested. We still don't know what may have could have happened to Charity, but you know, it was a lot going on. Bishop and Lady May were probably trying to build this church, and maybe their attention wasn't where it should have been at the time. And okay, the child just ain't feel safe. But Lady May was just like, you're not about to sit up here and blame me for your shit that done happened in your life. I've had hard times, and you know, people are always blaming me about some shit, some decisions that I made. And you know, she kind of makes the Dr. Van Zant feel like, you know, this has all just been something to gang up on Lady May. Well, Bishop is trying to tell her, like, she's not blaming you. Everybody there is trying to tell her but that she's not blaming her. But that's how Lady May receives it. And that's how I'm telling you how these counseling sessions go at first. You already at counseling, so there's a problem, right? And then, so you already got your defenses up. And then the minute you hear some shit that you might have did to contribute to why shit is fucked up in the first place, your first instinct is to be like, wait the fuck a minute now. You ain't fixing to blame me for everything around here, especially when I came up here with the intention of talking about your ass. So I understood why Meg was acting the way she was, but it was very unpleasant to watch. You know, it was just sort of like your daughter is trying to reach out to you, and with everything that has happened, you know, it was just terrible the way that Meg was. But she was just like, you know what, the world is fucking scary. I've been scared. Your daddy been scared. Everybody in the world gets scared at some time, but you gonna have to fucking man up. That was Lady May's feeling. And I just was like, well, it was bad. And it made me remember, some of the reasons why, I don't like Lady May. Because right now, Lady May is just, she got to deal with what's going on in her life. And I mean, they just got a lot going on in that family. So when Lady May storms out, Bishop tells her that he's going to be there for her being Charity. And she's like, no, you're not. Okay. And actually, after what happens today, I really know you're not. So, Bishop tries to go into the room that Lady May stormed off to, before church. And he was just like, she was not trying to be the way that you saw it. But he's just so disgusted with the way. I think that even though I do think that he's got his, his loins is starting to get called out to Wicked City Woman Rochelle. I think that he was genuinely hurt about how May was with her daughter, but him also having to realize that this is the woman that he's married. She's always probably been that way. He just over it. So he goes in there and he tells her, look, you can have the house. I'm going to take care of the $2 million debt. She was just like, oh, really? How you going to do that? He's like, that's none of your business. Okay. My whole working on that. But you're going to have to leave the church. And so Lady May says, okay, well, you know what? Let me just have a day with Lady May. You guys know that's usually like her Women's Day type of situation at the church where, she gets to preach and then, they're going to have this whole big program and it's this whole day with her and the women of the church and all that. He says, fine. Okay, so then fast forward to church service. And like they said, Charity is singing. And then afterwards, Bishop get up there, amen, amen, and then he says that him and Lady May have an announcement. They've already told their friends and family, and some people at church already know, but they're making it official that they are getting divorced. Child, the people was like, oh! I was like, child, that's exactly how they would react at church too. Like, not my bishop and first lady. But he lets them know that he gonna stay on. Don't worry about it. He still got Calvary's back. And then Lady May get up there and say that she gonna have, a day with Lady May. And it's gonna be, talking about how the women of today, are here for everything, how they change everything, that they are the force behind the church. And, she's gonna have the seminars and she's gonna have all this, day with Lady May. I mean, it is going to be an event to be held. She will not be leaving before then. That is going to be her one swan song, her greatest hurrah. Okay, be there, be square. Even Maxine is gonna be there and she gonna preach, and that's when the church get the clapping. At least this is the first time that I saw Bishop and Lady May genuinely smile at each other and hold each other's hands and hold their hands up in the air like, y'all, we gonna do this together. So day with Lady May. I still feel like May has something up her sleeve that she gonna try to spring on the Bishop at that time, but Bishop seems to not be worried about it because, like I said, his whole working on his money, and he gonna have the church and he gonna have a new and improved version. I was like, that girl gonna run your ass ragged, Bishop. Okay, you asking for it, but he seems to be happy enough. Okay, while all this was going on, I forgot to tell you guys that Zora, instead of being in church, she done snuck into one of the church offices and got on FaceTime, and she done finally talked to her boy Isaiah. I said, ooh, that Zora ain't gonna be right, is she? But getting back to church session afterwards, Grace is walking down the hallways and listening to the whisperings of everybody talking about her parents' divorce. Even comes up on the Wicked City Woman Rochelle talking to Clara. And, Clara's like, I heard about it. I'm so sorry to hear about your parents. Grace like, thank you. Just walks on along. There's going to be some changes at Calvary soon. Dr. Van Zandt is leaving, and she's leaving with Maxine. Maxine says her goodbyes to Lady May, and then when Dr. Van Zandt leaves, Lady May was like, I don't appreciate you coming here and trying to ambush me. Say that I'm the one that's wrong with that crazy-ass child of mine. Everybody always jumping on me saying that I did something wrong. I don't need my child to be doing it too, and I don't need you to be fostering the event to make that happen. Dr. Van Zandt says, you know what, Lady May, I'm not going to argue with you, girl. Okay, whenever you ready to talk about your truth and why you got so much hurt and pain in you, then you come on and let me know. But before then, I ain't fixing to sit out here and argue with you out in this cold ass air, because it looked like it was freezing when they was talking. Our poor May's hair was blowing up and her wig and shit was blowing back. Her forehead was out, and everybody looked like they wanted to be like, ooh. But yeah, Dr. Van Zandt says, when you ready to talk, let me know. And then back at the house, Kyrus goes and tells Zora that, she can't come home. They think that this is the best place for her. And you know what, Zora fine now, because, honey, she didn't talk to her man. She got a way that she can talk to her boy. She just as sweet as pie. That's fine. I'm going to stay here. Tell Dad and my little brother, give him a hug and a kiss from me. Okay, Kyrus with her little girl. And lastly, Grace goes to talk to Sophia and telling her about the changes that's going on at the church and how she's really going to need her. And Sophia's like, I guess I didn't make myself clear. I am not going back to church. I am not going back to church. Get that through your thick head, mama. Okay, now let me get out of here. I'm going to go do a little walk, kind of clear my head a little bit. And we see Sophia go out and walk out on the deck, and she has her necklace. And I don't know what was the significance of the necklace, but I believe it had, crosses on it and everything. I'm not sure if it was a necklace that her mom gave her or whatever, but you could tell that it meant something to her. That may be her dedication to the Lord or whatever, but she pulls it off and she throws it in the water. Just letting us know that Sophia still has a long way to go. Lost all faith in God. I've actually been in this place before in my life, so I felt kind of sorry for her, but she'll make it back. I'm not gonna get emotional, child, but I feel so sorry for poor little Sophia. This has been a really good season, well written and well acted season for Greenleaf. Well acted minus Charity. All right, you guys, let me get off of here. I got to get on back to work. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.